Alright. So, this will be my first VOD with you guys. I just want to go over comps more of, because when I watched your match, there were a few things that I did notice that were a little wonky with comps. So yeah, I also messed up and I took too long on the replays for stuff like that.
Popped
So
as well, a
I'll have
bomb.
to go from here. Also, I'm gonna ignore what the casters say because they are dumb and they're shitty casters for saying weird stuff about you guys. So screw them basically. Anyways, okay. So first off, this map, I love the pathing you guys do. Going that high ground is great. Um, Only thing I would say is I don't know what comps you guys are comfortable on and know how to play at all, but that pathing's great, but this map's really good for brawl. So one thing that I did notice of is the one thing I'm trying to go over is comp building. So like you guys are playing two different comps in here, right? You're playing poke, which will be purple, right? So all those guys can poke. All right. Yellow, which means brawl, right? So you're playing multiple comps here, and it's not bad. Some comps are mixed, but this one's a little wonky in my opinion. So if you're going to go with a Orisa comp, I would definitely say Kree is fine or Ashe, depending on how your hitscan player plays, right? But that's a fine. I would not do Reaper and Ana if you're gonna go for poke. If you want this to be a poke comp, I'd keep this, keep this, keep this, keep that. Swap this to a Zen or a Brig. So Ana goes Zen. Oh gosh. I gotta figure out how to use this better. I might use my drawing tablet more often now. Ignore me. So Zen Brig for the Ana. And then swap this Reaper to Pokey Poke, right? So your Poke champions would be. So if I come into here, I don't know how much you guys know about this stuff. So I just want to go over it and get it. No, I'm gonna act like you guys know nothing about it. You guys might know more about it, but I just want to just at least go over it. So your poke characters are obviously all your hit. Oh wait, what's these? All your hit scan players, right? So like Ash's poke, Kree poke, you know, Bat plays in poke comps. Obviously Bastion, but like don't play him. Well, you can play him if you want, but yeah. Uh, Hanzo's poke, Junk poke, Mercy's poke because damage boost, right? Orisa's the base center of poke comps, right? Pharah can be played in poke comps. Sigma, Soldier, Torb, Widow. Uh, so those are basically, and Zenyatta. Those are most of your base poke heroes, right? They're all characters that can play from long range, medium range, and just literally poke the enemy out before they can get to you. Is the purpose of poke, right? So if they're trying to walk to you, like for example, like what they're playing here, right, on this high ground, the high ground up there, right? They come from their spawn, you come from theirs, right? So you guys want to hopefully get up here first, and you poke them out before they can even get to you and kill them, right? But that didn't happen, so they got into you and they out brawled you because their comp is superior in brawl. Uh, brawl heroes would be, ugh. Brawl heroes will be Ana, Bap still, Bap's just broken, Brig, Kree, Diva, Doom. Um, I'll get to Echo in a bit. Hanzo can be played in Brawl. Junk can be played in certain Brawl comps. Mei can be played in Brawl. Lucio is essential. Moria, Reaper, Rhyme. Sombra, depending on the comp, but we're going to mark Sombra off. Not as it. Symmetra and Zarya. Those are your Brawl characters, right? And then the final thing, which would be Dive, right? So Dive would be, depending on the comp, Ana. Actually, Always Ana, typically. Uh, yeah, no, just Ana. Brig, Diva, Doomfist, Echo, Genji, Lucio, depending on the comp you're playing. Mercy, depending on the comp. Moira, depending on the comp. Pharah, depending on the comp. And I'll explain what I mean by depending on the comp. I'm a Mark Sigma, but I'll get to that in a second. Sombra, Tracer, Ball, Monkey, and Zenyatta. And Sombra, and Zarya can pick up. So that's just a base nutshell of, hero comps and what each character plays in a role. Now, certain of these heroes, where I say depending on the comp, right? That would be like Sigma, Zarya, um, Sombra, Moria, right? What I mean by depending on the comp is there's six man, which is Moria, Lucio, uh, Diva, all of them, Diva, Winston, Diva, Reaper. Oh my God, my brain's failing me. Reaper. Hold up, my brain's actually failing me. Funky, Sombra, Reaper, Sombra, uh, Lucio Moria. Yeah, there you go. Oof, my brain failed with this. Sorry about that, guys. But that is your comp that you'll be playing for a six man, right? It's a dive based comp because you have the monkey, right? But you don't count it as dive. That counts as brawl because your team is getting there, right? So like you see, like you walk to a choke without amping, and then you just jump in there quickly last second and go into them, right? So if you guys are going to play a brawl comp, right? So like on that map there, I couldn't tell if you guys want to play poke or brawl, right? I'd prefer brawl there, right? Because it's just more superior in my opinion on that map. It's just a really good brawl map to go. So I would suggest BAP, um, Lucio. You always need a Lucio in a brawl. Reinhardt, either Zarya or Diva, depending on what your off tank wants to play. They're both really good. Diva's just a little better in my opinion because Diva's just broken for TM, right? Kree, um, for your hit scan player, I'd say Kree. Let me just give you DPS options because I don't know what you DPS play. Kree, Hanzo, uh, Junkrat, Mei. Uh, my opinion, the best comp for Brawl would be the BAP, Kree, Diva, Rhine, Mei, Lucio, for it. Yeah, so that would be my personal preference for Brawl comps for you guys to play. Like, you can play the other heroes if you think it'll be better for you guys. I don't know what your hero pools are at all, but for brawl comps, if you ever want to brawl in close range maps, always go Reinhardt, Lucio, Mei. That's your core of your brawl team, right? Um, you can swap between these two depending on if one of your support's better than the other. BAP is typically the better one. Between Zarya and Diva, it also depends on your off tank player. I think Diva's superior. And then for your other DPS, it's a bounce between like these heroes. Uh, I typically like the Kree better, or Cassidy now, better because he's a little better for just flashing and he's a little more safe player. All right. If you want to go for the poke comp, Orisa. Here, let me just do a different color for this one. So let me circle these for purple for or pink for brawl comp for you guys. Let's just go for like this. Beta 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who am I missing? Oh yeah. So that's your brawl comp, right? Or the base brawl comp that people typically play. All right. So this will be your poke comp. Okay. If you ever want to do poke, base comp, obviously Orisa Sig. Zenyatta, if you have one. Actually, let's skip Zen. All right. BAP. So Orisa, BAP, right? Those are Orisa, BAP, Sig base people. Hanzo. Um, Zen. And then your other support will be, let's see, BAP, Zen, Hanzo, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then your other guy would be, I would suggest a hit scan. So between Kree, Ash, Soldier are your picks. I would honestly say between these two, I'd let you guys pick. I don't know who you're more comfortable in. And then for the final comp, which would be a dive comp. I don't know if you guys play dive or if you're ever comfortable on it, but Winston, Diva are your two main things. Um, Tracer. Um, I mean, it also depends on what you guys are comfortable on. I'm not gonna really quite get into dive. If you guys do play dive or want to play dive, please message in chat, and now I can give us suggestions. But I don't know if this made any sense or if I'm just going in a giant circle with this stuff. What I'm trying to get at is just try to not merge like a Reaper into a poke comp, right? I understand the thinking of, I used to think the same thing. I'm guessing you guys thought, oh, we could play a Reaper if they were to get in our face. He can counter them, right? And he can stop it from happening. We can go quote unquote a brawl. I wouldn't suggest that. Yeah, it's kind of what it is, but I would say no. Um, I would go full one comp or another in a way. Um, so yeah, I feel like that's all. I don't know if any of this made sense. If none of it made sense, I can re-go over it a little more with you guys and try to explain a little better. What I'm just mostly going at is just like some of the comps. Just be a little more not smart with it, but like you know, play brawl on brawl and poke and poke, right? Um, I know some of the maps you guys played. Like I'll just go over a base few of them, right? Oh no, 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 no. So let's go some maps, right? So Hanamura, you can do whatever you want, honestly. Uh, it's good for poke or brawl. Anubis, Volskaya, both the same thing, poke and brawl. Depends on what you guys are comfortable on. Busan, Mecha Base, go brawl, which would be the Rhine May comp, right? The other two maps, whatever. Personally, you're whatever you guys are comfortable on. My team likes to run 6-man on one of the maps. I don't want you guys to go too crazy, and I want to confuse you and mess you up. So, I would like to start you guys off with just Orisa Sig, uh, and Ryan Zarya comp, or Ryan Diva comps, or Ryan Zarya. So, yeah. So to go over it, final thing, actually, that's all. That's all. I don't want to over confuse it because I might be doing that. uh, Other than that, yeah, so that's all. Good luck in your match tonight.